John from AK Dragonfish 3D, and tonight, on this glorious Friday evening, we just finished up with some gaming, playing some Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to go ahead and try some lure making tonight. Namely, we're going to try soft plastics. Recently, I have found some molds. I had an idea, and I found some molds. Yeah, I got these molds here that are printed on my 3D printer. That would be the beautiful noise over there on the other side of that chair. I'll zoom back out and we'll actually go over there. Turn the light. There we go. So now, yeah, we're printing a third mold here. We got it on the 3D printer. It's just going to be a pour mold. And we printed some ones over here too. That's a pour mold. Tonight we're going to do some recycling. So I got all these extras. Extra whites, extra, what is it, peach and sparkly. And some extra pinks, and some of these had some pink tails that I trimmed off and put over here. So we're going to do the old microwave trick here using a glass thing and a hot glove, and we're going to try these molds out. This is just a little bit after, this is 1 minute, and it's just a little bit that's pretty bad. I mean, there's still some chunks in there already melting off. If I whisk this hard enough here, I think maybe 30 more seconds might do the trick for this. Some melts. I got a third mold printed and relocated to my kitchen. I have a third mold here. This is just a paddle tail. This is a paddle tail. I don't know. It's got some gapping in it. But I think it'll do well. A little crawfish one. I already melted some white down. Just got some extra pinks and oranges. I had some white. I already put a first layer in here. I'm gonna melt some more down and put a second one. So here we go. It's not a lot, so I'm only putting it in the microwave for like 15 seconds at a time, and I stir it up. So I'll come back to you when it's time to pour. Here we go. We're gonna stir this up and get it poured in here like so. Pour it in here some more. So we'll go ahead and pour the rest of this in this crawfish mold and see how it comes out. Alright, let's let it set now. We'll see how it comes out here in a second. Alright. Let this, okay. There's still a bit of plastic in here. I think it'll do it some good here if I take the take this excess here that's still in here. Maybe mix it with the pink. Let's see where that goes. I don't know how these two are going to come out, but it'll be rather interesting to try. But in the meantime, I'm going to scrape this blob right here out onto the cookie sheet. I'm going to go ahead and add these. We're going to try this third mold here with this kind of color. That kind of color. It's kind of like orange. It's like a peach like a peach color. It's got like sparkly glitter in it. So we'll see how that rocks out. And who knows? Who knows what this will look like in the end. And we'll add this goop from leftover. So that way there's some extra filler. So we'll get this in the microwave and we'll come back to filming some more. Almost done here with the microwave. 3, 2, yep. Alright, so we got our next mixture here, and we're going to stir it up and pour it nice and easy into this here. Trying to keep the fumes out of my face. Nice into there like so. Try and get it up in there. Get a little overflow here going. Overflow is fine. I can always trim it off. Now I got a little excess. I'm going to go ahead and make kind of fill in some gaps here. Kind of smooth this out, make it a little better. Alright, so there we go. And let some fumes kick off here. And let it dry, and we'll see how it comes back. Comes back here in a second. Alright. Turn the fan off here. So I already got the big paddle tail jig out, and it still needs some more trimming. I'm just using my hand for now, but I'm sure if I got out some finer scissors and get the trimming better, like around the thing. But yeah, it's a very aggressive flex on a paddle tail with a wide body for a bigger hook. The crawdad that I just did, again, I just used my finger to clean off the fleck and whatnot. The pink didn't very well stick to the white on the crawfish. It's just peeling apart. So I think I might melting this one back down. Now pour it into the mold. Yeah, the core mold held up well, despite the fact that it's just PLA. Right? And then, yeah, the pink didn't adhere to the white very well, so probably at least peel the pink off and salvage the white. Use that as a lure. I'm not too impressed with my double pouring technique, but for the first time ever doing this, you know, it's interesting, and I can see why people do this. I can truly, honestly see why people make their own soft baits. This is a very interesting process, to say the least. And I'll let that sit out, and it's kind of sticky right now. And here's the paddle tails, the other paddle tails, big wide paddle tail, right? Still got some flash on there, because I just pulled this one out of the mold. And then got mold over here too. And so I'll pull this one out of the mold. What I'm going to do is simply just start at the head and pull it out slowly, right? It's coming out. And pull it out slowly. Get down to the tail. I don't want to ruin the tail, right? So I don't want to ruin the tail, so I'll just kind of grip it here. I won't pull from the head. I'll pull from the base of the tail. I'll pull it out slowly there, just like that. It just pops out of the mold, nice and easy. Put the mold to the side, and sure enough, there's another paddle tail. Big aggressive paddle tail, just out of a few. Just out of a few leftover jigs I had laying around that I know for a fact I'd never use. Now I'm going to do it with these. We're going to repeat. Add it to the pot, heat it up, and we'll repeat and see what happens. Alright, so I've mixed all three of them together, and it came out as some kind of Pepto-Bismol color. And I poured them in the molds here, and we're going to let them dry. We're going to let them cool off for a bit and see how they come out. So they're cool enough to the touch, so I'm going to go ahead and try and remove these now. And again, I'm going to start slowly. Slowly ease it out. Oh, the satisfaction of that is too great, right? And there we have it. A little bit of flash on that one, but otherwise, that one came out well. So let's move on to the big paddle tail, right? Big one, we'll grab it. So there's already some flash I can see. It's still kind of warm to the touch, but it's not smoking anymore. Pull the ribs out, come down, grab by the tail itself. So I don't rip the tail. Turn that fan off, hold on, there you go. So now grab it down here by the tail so I don't rip the tail itself out, right? And it's just that satisfying pop, right? And there it is. Some flash cutting. I got my scissors out. You can see on the board I got my scissors out. Still warm to the touch. We'll go ahead and put this over here. Right? And now the tiny paddle tails. Go ahead and pull some of that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the flash. It's on the top right here. Like this. It'll probably make demugging them easier. Put it back in the pot. From the head, pull it gently. Right, nice and easy. Ain't none to it but do it. Let's check it out. This is doing it. Down to the tail, hold it nice and easy because it's a big white square petal tail. The joys of this being hard plastic is it just comes right out. And there's some flash cutting I'll need to do right there, right in there. I'll cut some flash off. And pull it out. Oh, there we go. And there we have it. So these molds I found on Thingiverse, and you want me to try to do this with your mold. If you happen to be a sculptor of a sort, and got an idea for a sculpt and want me to try it and put it on my channel, go ahead and give me a shout out. Hit me up. I'll go ahead and print your mold, and we'll see where it goes from there. So I printed these molds. I think this one's at 50% infill. Alright, and then these two are at 100% infill. There's not much of a difference when it comes down to the molding process between 50 infill and 100 infill. To be honest, and I'm getting fascinated by the plastisol. So I'm going to conclude this for now. Thank everyone for watching. And remember, life is fishing. For everything else, it's coffee. Have a good night.